big applause, please, to Alberto Urueña. Alberto is Deputy Director of ONTSI. Thanks very much for being with us. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure for me to be here. And it is a pleasure for me to come back here and see many friends face to face. Yes, it's great to be here. We really missed it. And we're already very happy to be here. So we are coming here to tell us about digital confidence indicator in Spain and in the European Union. Yes, but please tell us a bit about ObservaCiber. ObservaCiber, for us, is a gathering point, is a place of knowledge. What we try to do is to highlight and stress the importance of all those agents in this field. And we also detect a lack in not being able to be closer to the user. So it's going to evolve as the national cybersecurity agenda is developed, and we will learn from that too. Yes, it's very important for us to understand, all of us here, and the citizenship in general. So you're going to tell us about one study. Yes, it's a study that we have published today, and that I invite you, everyone present and also online, to consult from home. Is survey on indicators on digital confidence in Spain in the European Union, and we are also talk about other subjects. So this is this study, indicator about digital confidence in Spain and in the European Union. So this is something that has already been mentioned several times. Secretary of State has referred to that, and depending on how you look at it, we rank 4th or 5th in the general ranking. So we could say that we rank 5th or 4th. What does this rank measure? The commitment of states with cybersecurity. It is within the global UN cybersecurity agenda, and it is built via 80 questions to the states that are reflected in 21 indicators. Those indicators measure 5 pillars: legal capacity, technical, organizational, the capacities in population, and also cooperation in regards of security. Spain, as has already been mentioned, in 2014 we ranked 30th. Then we moved to 19th position, and now we ranked 4th or 5th. This is a very important ranking, because the main objective here is to give information to the countries about where they are lacking and where they need to improve. Countries focus on this data to make decisions on investments. And I would like to provide some data from the citizens. So citizenship confidence on the network has gotten worse a bit in the last year. We have the methodology of this report has been to gather several indicators, and we have combined them. So some data is old. Eurostat does not include a module of cybersecurity. We did ask some questions via the National Institute for Statistics. So this is data that invites to reflection. So confidence of users on internet was increasing, and it has gone down a bit. It is only 51.1% last year. This is not that strange. This survey was carried out from April to June. We were all teleworking, and the general spirit in the population was peculiar. But citizen confidence is important because it also reflects on other indicators. For instance, people that did not buy online because they were worried about cybersecurity, but we have confidence online, so we do buy. So the more confidence you have, the more likely is to buy online. And people that did not interact with public institutions because they were worried about confidentiality in Spain is 19%. Cybersecurity incidents. This is data that is reported. And what we see is the real data. I invite you to read this report. So we run the antivirus to the PC and your phone to check what is the status in terms of cybersecurity. So Spain reports. In Spain, 28% of people report to have a cybersecurity incident, compared to the European Union with 34. And we have to take into account that this is a voluntary disclosure. So the data that the European Union gives about Spain is 2-3% of people having antivirus. And so incidents have been studied in scientific literature. So what factors come into play? So if you like, it depends on your personality, mostly your risk perception. It determines the way you behave online as well. In all these cybersecurity theories, you always have what is known as capable guardianship. So, for instance, doing backups of your files there in the European Union is 48%, and in Spain the percentage is 52%, far from other countries like the Netherlands or Denmark. Privacy and protection of personal data. This is a very interesting subject as well. These are intangible assets. So it is complicated to foster confidence in citizens. So 50% are somewhat worried about this subject, and about 25% are either not worried at all or very worried. We need to note as well, and this is an area where Spain has some margin for some room for improvement. Training in the area of privacy and protection of personal data. People who know that cookies can be used to trace a movement. Spain is behind the top countries, which are closer to 90%. People who are able to change the configuration of their browser. So, for instance, the in-private features. In Spain, we are more or less on average with the European Union. In Finland, half the population changed the configuration of their browsers. There is another indicator that you can see here. People who use software limiting the capacity of carrying out monitoring of their activities on internet. We are behind the average. I would like to finish with a few details on businesses. Some of the indicators provided by the Eurostat and the European Union, and this is one of the best indicators. It relates to companies with a security policy. We are very close to the average of the European community. In Spain, 30% of companies have disclosed policy on security, and the European Union is at 30%. So that gives you an indication. In terms of incidents, security in companies, well, it's sometimes hard to report these incidents. Only 9% of companies have reported incidents. And in terms of destruction of data, well, we are at 7% compared to 5%. And then the last indicator is training on cybersecurity companies. I think we can improve here. There is room for improvement for Spain. We have the capacity to do this. So in companies with compulsory training on cybersecurity, so Estonia is on top with 42, and we are at 21. So room for improvement for us here. And companies with voluntary training on security, well, the situation is similar. The European Union is 44, and we are at 41. I would like to encourage you to go into ObservaCiber and to read this report, so that we are all capable of spreading this knowledge in society. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you, Alberto. Thank you. We are running out of time, but I would just like to point out that privacy and security is very important. In a qualitative way, do you think, how far do you think Spain is doing? Well, I think we have to be very proud on international indicators. We fare very well, and we are doing very well on the main rankings. think being on the 4th position internationally is something to be proud of. And there's an evolution in recent years. So we now need to fight to stay here. In the case of companies and also citizens, there are many challenges ahead of us. Please tell us about the most important one. Yes, there is room for improvement in terms of culture of cybersecurity. That will be very beneficial for the country. Yes, training is a subject that we come back to. Thanks very much, Alberto. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.